Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Xtremetarot, where we do moon readings and zodiac readings. Today we're doing a zodiac reading for the sign of Taurus. We are looking into what message your spirit guides would most want to share with you right now. So what are the cards that we have? We have number 42, the Angel of Truth. We have this card, where am I called to use my voice right now? We have this too, take control of your own narrative. And this was like talking about share your story with at least one person today. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be a catalyst for healing others. And you have a script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters and it's time for you to share it with the world. So there's something about you needing to speak up here. Like speak your truth about something. Let's see, where is this taking place in Taurus's life? The 11th house, maybe with a friend or something like that. Oh, maybe a relationship, a friend in a relationship, because it was on the 11th house and then it switched to the 7th house. So either a best friend, something like that. I feel like it's like a best friend or like a significant like relationship, either one. But there's something here that I think might be bothering you. Look, the truth wants to be told, needs to be heard. It may seem like the whole world wants to believe in a lie, and so you wonder if you're crazy, if you're the only one who is thinking differently and desiring the real story to emerge. Oh, I also shuffled a song for you, and it was Fighter by Christina Aguilera. Yet those that fight against the truth are in even more need of it. There can be no healing, no freedom, no moving on without it. You are going to be blessed with the truth revealed, a realization about yourself, the world, or others that will bring you relief. It will happen at the right time. It will set your soul free. So I feel like there's something going on where there's something maybe shady going on that you're seeing here. It might be making you sad. She looks a little sad, but it's like, I get the sense that you're a smart cookie. You're a tough cookie. Obviously with the fighter songs where I'm getting the toughness, I'm getting a lot of blue here where it's like you're very aware of what's going on. You're very sharp. I don't think you're stupid. So I feel like somebody might be thinking that they're getting one over on you somehow. But like, look at this. It's like somebody has you like under their thumb. They're like sort of controlling you, maybe like with fear or something like that. Almost like threatening, like say it's a relationship, because it wouldn't really work if I did like a best friend example, I guess. But like say it's like a romantic relationship and you see something shady going on where you think, I don't know, whatever the case, you caught your person in a lie, you think you did something suspicious that they said didn't add up, whatever it is. And you sort of bring it up, you broach the subject with them lately, and they threaten like, oh, well, if you don't like it, you can go. You can, bye, there's the door. Like, you don't have to stay here with me. And, it's kind of like made you, I feel like it's something like that where, oh God, this is like right in my eye. Sorry. Where it's like, whatever situation this is, like you're not speaking on something that you know to be true. You're like pushing it down, but it's like, I think your spirit guides are coming through to be like, this isn't like you. This problem isn't going to go away. And like, we need to deal with what's right in front of our face here. Like, I feel like your spirit guides want to give you a little bit of tough love right now. Like, this isn't you. Like, this was coming through in another reading. Like, you're better than this. Like, like you have to speak up here. This even could be family related, because I know that fighter song talks about like a father. Like, I think that song was actually about her father or something, like stealing money from her or something. Christina Aguilera, but I could be wrong. Let's see what else we can get here. What is the message for Taurus? But there's a lot about speaking up, taking control of a story or something like that. I just saw a never-ending story. So yeah, something about what's going on with Taurus right now. What message do their spirit guides have for them? That's like more than one. It's never-ending story, come to the edge. But yeah, again, I feel like it's almost like, I feel like this could be a cycle with a person where it's like you try to broach it, you come to the edge, but then it's like they have this reaction of like, oh, like shut up, or like, oh, like if you don't like it, like da da da, and then you just kind of like let it go. But it's like you're blue again. It's like this girl looks blue and blue here. All right, what is the message for Taurus? Oh, message in a bottle. Sorry, I don't know why. I just wanted to look at that. Okay. Oh, no, that's two. All right, what is the message here? Okay, Treasure Island in reverse. Okay, that was very clearly flipped in reverse. Let's look in the book at this contrary message. I'm actually intrigued. I don't know if I've ever read this one. It's number 9. Okay. Poverty, consciousness, and a sense of not enough cast a shadow on your path. These ideas and core beliefs come with a high cost. Do you really want to proclaim yourself a victim of disappointment and failed expectations? Are you avoiding success because you will grow so tall that others will want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you will lose what you have acquired, so you hold on so tight that you miss the opportunities to expand? You are challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitations to a perception of abundance. Take a risk, for you have nothing to lose except your confinement in a prison of your own making. Open the door and find the abundance waiting for you to claim it. I feel like that's, yeah, this is speaking about, what part was it? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you will lose what you have acquired, so you hold on to it so tight you miss opportunities to expand, like expand your soul in a way of like speaking up the truth. I feel like spirit might be putting stuff in your face, like blatant stuff. This is coming through in another reading about friends, but in this case I feel like it could be a friend or a lover or both. But it's like where it's like you can't ignore certain things like that you've seen in regards to this person that this reading is referring to. If you're still here, this person's draining your happiness, I would say, and you're just like so afraid to lose this person that you're like keeping yourself tamped down. But again, like I said, I feel like you have this fighter energy. Like that's not you. Like, you know, what is the main thing of this? The law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. So I feel like this is probably a person that you treasure very much. You're very afraid to lose them. So it's almost like your own needs aren't getting met because you're so afraid to lose them and to speak up about something that's even just making you unhappy, even if it's not something shady or suspicious. It's almost like you're afraid to broach the subject with this person because you're afraid they're going to either like get mad or get annoyed. But I think the real question is, why are they really a treasure if like they're not even caring about your feelings in this situation, whether they're a friend or whoever they are? You know, I feel like that's something very important to ask yourself. Like, what is so special about them if they're not even willing to hear you out about something that is clearly upsetting you or making you sad, based on this reading, if you're resonating with it. What else do we have for Taurus? Okay. What else for Taurus? We have align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change, and transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. I feel like this is I feel like you have a very distorted view of yourself. Maybe you, like, again, how this was talking about lack mentality. I feel like it's a thing where you maybe don't feel like you're good enough for this person, whoever they are. You see yourself as lucky to have them, like they're the treasure, and you're just like, I mean, just a random like, just like, oh, I won this by chance, but like I have to really like hold on tight, like, you know, like maybe you see this person as like a hot commodity or something like that, and you're afraid like there's competition or other people are trying to get at this treasure, so it's like you have to like acquiesce to whatever this person is wanting you to do or not rock the boat. There's something like that where you're not seeing yourself clearly, and it's, I feel like you've almost lost yourself a little bit in this connection, whatever it is. I feel like it's you're not being yourself, and that's just could be the truth. You're just not, you're walking on eggshells. You're afraid of like causing a ruckus, like you're afraid of causing a fight. This person has, I don't think they're trying to control you as in, okay, like, I mean, maybe, I guess, I shouldn't assume, I really don't know, but it's like, oh, wear your hair like this and do this like that, and you can only eat cabbage, and you know, like control like things like that necessarily. But I feel like they have you like almost whipped, where you're, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but they've like mastered the art of how to like emotionally manipulate you, whether they're trying to or not, whether that was their intention or not. It's sometimes you just kind of end up in a dynamic like that where somebody is just kind of sees almost like, oh, like that you're scared to lose them. And it's almost like if you give an arm, they take a leg. Like it's very much just human nature to do that. So I feel like that could be what's going on here. There's somebody though that has you kind of like under their thumb, and they've like mastered the art of that. And I think it's thrown your whole life out of proportion or out of whack or something. And somehow it's like everything you do, I think, is influenced by this. What else does Taurus's spirit guides most want them to know here? A new start is coming with the new moon. It's there needs to be, I think there needs to be a change here. There's an opportunity and for some new energies to come in here. I almost want to clarify that because I'm not really sure what that means. I'm going to get a second one. I'm not going to keep it out, but I just want to see. What is this message for Taurus? Surrender to the divine. So I feel like, oh, that's so weird. A new moon and a full moon. It's like a new start, clarified by an ending, which is interesting. And then the energy is gaining momentum. So I feel like almost there can be some fresh energy here, but it's almost like you need to, let me just get one more. Like a win-win outcome is forecast. Okay. So I feel like with this, it's like you have to like face your fears about like whatever this is ending, about this person getting mad at you, and like stand up and be like, you know what, like almost like surrender to your real feelings with the full moon. I think Spirit's really wanting you to know, like, regardless, things are going to work out. Even if things end with this person, there'll be like a new start, or maybe it'll make this person end up like respecting you a little bit more. But it's like you can't be afraid to rock the boat. And I've like talked about this example, like I know more than once on my tarot channel, but sometimes things just don't occur to you. Like I remember I used to have this ex-boyfriend that I was kind of like, he had me like that. Like I don't know why. Like but he almost had me like that, where I was like afraid to make him mad. He was very moody and stuff. So I was like always like walking on eggshells, on guard. He didn't like that I smoked cigarettes at the time, which I have quit since then. This was like years and years ago. But I remember I used to like, first of all, be carting his ass around. He didn't even drive. He never chipped in for gas. I was driving him everywhere. And like when we would get to work, I would get out of the car to smoke a cigarette, like in the snow, rain or shine. Like he didn't care. He would just sit in the car, like while I like was outside standing in the snow smoking. And I was trying to be respectful. Like I didn't really think anything of it, to be honest with you. But then I was like telling one of my guy friends about it, and then he's just like, "How much you pay for that car?" And I was like, "Oh, like everything, like $500 or whatever." He's like, "The day I would get out of my own car that I'm paying for to smoke my own cigarette," like he's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Why make him get out?" And I was just like, you know what? You're right. And I was just like, I'm saying something. And like the next time we like rolled up to work, I was like, I'm staying in the car. Like you can get out. And he was just like, oh my God, okay. But like, you know what I mean? Like I was always so afraid, but it's like, yeah, where are you being called to? There's some situation where you have to be like, you know what? No, like blah, blah, blah. Like I feel this way. And like, they'll probably like not even have the reaction that you're envisioning. Like, it's just like a dynamic that maybe has sort of happened over time, but it's like, you can't be afraid. You gotta like say what you gotta say. Like, and I feel like it's, especially you, because I feel like with the fighter energy, it's like, that's not you to just like kind of be like, oh, like, you know what I mean? I'm getting a sense of like, I am a fighter. Like, I'm like, if you have something to say, like you'll say it. So why are you not saying it here? This isn't like resonating with your soul, you know? And I mean, if you agree, you agree, if you resonate with this reading. But all right, what else here? Okay, regret and freedom and relationships. Okay, so maybe it's like you're afraid if you, well, I feel like, again, you don't have your freedom here, but I feel like you might like look back on it and be like, why was I letting this person like tell me what to do? Like, it's like embarrassing. Not like embarrassing, like you should be embarrassed, but you might feel that way. Like, oh, like, why would I like just feel like, oh, like why? Like, I feel like there's some sort of regret coming through. All right, what else for Taurus? What message do your guides? Okay. Peace and change. I mean, definitely there needs to be a change here. All right, but come on. Okay, patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I feel like you're almost telling yourself that you're doing this for love or something like that. Love takes time. Love, I commit to seeing the practice. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Balance. Gratitude is like you're so grateful to have this that you don't want to, like, again, I saw gratitude peeking out. But it's like, okay, you can be grateful to have something and also like speak up for, you know, yourself and not let someone treat you bad. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Sometimes things aren't good and you see it and you got to say something like, hey, like for whatever it is. I mean, maybe it's something where, I mean, I guess we'll get more into it in the tarot. Let's just start getting the tarot because I'm kind of curious to see. I feel like we're beating a dead horse at this point. So what is going on with Taurus? Like, what do they need to know right now? What do you want them to know? We have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, what else for Taurus? We have the Six of Swords. Okay. The Eight of Cups. Yes, you're afraid this person's going to leave. Oh, all right. The Two of Wands and Death. Oh my God. Okay. Let's see. It'll be like that. Or, yeah. Oh, this kind of looks like a mirror image here. Okay. And let me get my tea leaves. So, I don't know. We have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords. So, it's like almost like you had some sort of an insight. Like the one I was just talking about when my friend was like, hey, like, why are you letting them do that to you? Where I just like saw it from his perspective. I'm like, you know, you're right. It's almost like you have this sort of perspective where you're like, you know what, this isn't right with the Queen of Swords. Like, again, you're sharp. I feel like you're sharp with these two coming out first. Like, nothing gets by you. Like, you're picking up on what's going on. Like, even if you wouldn't classify yourself as intuitive, like, because a lot of times you think about intuitiveness as being like, ooh, like feeling, you might be like claircognizant where you just know things, you have a sense for things, like you're just smart, like you get what's going on, you can read the room, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, there's something that's with the Queen of Swords that you're like, like, you know what I mean? Like your spider sense is tingling and you're like, what the F is this? But it's like with the, it's like you're sitting here with the Six of Swords trying to like think this through. Six of Swords can be a functioning dysfunction. Just Puckett always says that. And it's like, I feel like that's like exactly what you're in right now. You're like in a functioning dysfunction. I'm thinking of like a functioning alcoholic, but you're maybe like addicted to this person. Not addicted. I don't feel like it's like that. But like, I feel like you can't imagine like this person walking away. It's like with the Six of Swords, you're like, okay, like, should I just keep the peace here? With the Ten of Cups, this is you like waffling over like if you should maybe speak up on whatever this is. I don't know if it's like a specific situation or if it's just like an overall sense of like you not really feeling happy in the connection or feeling like things are the way that you want them. But it's almost like, should I keep the peace, keep the Ten of Cups, keep things happy by almost like pretending I'm happy? It's so interesting that in this cups deck, it's like both of these are like a single cup. So it's almost like, should I just continue to like, you know, tell myself lies and fill up this cup? Or should I just, you know, maybe risk it all, risk this person walking away here with the Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, I'm sorry. And it's almost like you don't know, like it's like you keep kind of waffling over this and your spirit guides are really bringing this through. I think they want you to get into an energy of like taking control and speaking on what you know and what you're picking up on. I mean, that's really what I'm getting here. So, and we also have the Two of Wands and Death where you're almost like, again, there's like sort of like a crossroads, but it's like something that you say you feel like maybe could end the relationship with Death. Like, I don't know, like there's something where, I don't know, you see that this person is maybe not going to want to strength. They could be very prideful, very stubborn in an argument. They could be another, and you're a fixed sign, you're a Taurus. They could be another fixed sign. They could be another Taurus. They could be a Leo, a Scorpio, or an Aquarius here. So like maybe it's like kind of like two strong-willed people going up against each other, but it's almost like this person's will has like overtaken your own. And again, I don't feel like you're a weak-willed person, so it's like upsetting. And I think your spirit guides are like, whoa, like we gotta like get this crack in here. Like we gotta like figure out, we gotta speak up, girl, like, or boy. True on the throat here. I don't know. I just feel like You got to be a fighter, caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. I feel like Spirit's saying almost like a change is coming, whether you want to or not. Like this came through in another reading I did too, where it's like if you close your eyes and ears and just pretend like la la la, I don't see this, like things will just continue on. Yes, they will for a time, but it's almost like Spirit, something's gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like a change is coming, whether you want to address it yourself and take your power back before that happens, or kind of just let it happen in a way that's gonna be maybe more painful. And I'm not trying to scare you or warn. I mean, sometimes in life you have to learn a lesson the hard way. Like, you know what I mean? Either way, it's going to feel hard. But I feel like it's saying a change is coming. Queen of Swords. What do we have? Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. And I'm sorry to say that. Like, I feel like with the Queen of Swords, like you feel it. And you know, and this is confirming. And oh, I feel bad because it's probably like a feeling in your stomach of like, oh God. But it's like, you know, maybe if you kind of crack the whip, this person will step it up a little bit. I don't know what's sticking out here in March. Okay, I don't know, something about March. But all right, 10 of Cups. What do we have here? Cat, a two-faced friend. So yeah, either this is a friend that's being two-faced, or even like a lover that's being two-faced or whatever, but it's someone here. There's something going on. 6 of Swords. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. I feel like you could be thinking about almost like maybe even that you could see having kids with this person someday. You want to start a family with them, or you could be thinking about I'm thinking about like life events, like family parties. Just like you're imagining what your life would be like if this ended. And it's like, I feel like when you do that, it almost like takes away your nerve or something like that. And then we have younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. So that could be who you're dealing with. That could just speaking of this person's emotional immaturity. And like you needing to overcompensate. Like there could be things that they just haven't grown up enough yet, where because definitely their lack of maturity is being highlighted here, emotional maturity, that it's coming up over the 8 of Cups. And yeah, with the 8 of Cups, like they're threatened to walk away. I really feel like they could do that to you, where they could be like, well, if you don't like it, I'll leave. And then you're like, no, I don't want you to go. So it's like maybe that happens like 1 or 2 times. And now it's like, it's almost like I have like a spray bottle for my dogs. Like if they're bad, like I think I've sprayed them each only 1 time. And like I don't have to spray them. They see the water bottle, or not water bottle, spray bottle. Like I'm like, get down, they get down. Like, you know what I mean? You only have to spray them 1 time, but it's like that's conditioning. It's like you've been conditioned out of fear to not rock the boat here, for sure. 2 of Wands, flowers and happiness. It's like almost you choose the path of least resistance every time is what I'm getting. You're putting flowers, like a pretty picture, trying to put lipstick on a pig here in a situation that needs to be addressed. Casket, someone going out of your life, or the end of a situation with death. That's not necessarily like, I don't think, predicting that. Although if this person is really like undependable, insincere, being two-faced, emotionally immature, and all the things that we're talking about here, I mean, you might want to consider that. I mean, I think what's happening here is that you're trying to like hang on to this for whatever reason. And I think Spirit's really trying to get you to sit with this and be like, what is so... you see it as a treasure. Spirit's like, this is not a treasure. Like this is like a treasure that you open up. It's like a Cracker Jack ring, like from a Cracker Jack box. Like it's not like a real treasure. Like I'm not laughing. I'm not like laughing at your pain. I'm laughing at like the absurdity of this person having this sort of control over you, because I can tell that Spirit thinks highly of you. Your spirit guides think very highly of you. They see you as a very strong person, and they think it's absurd that you're almost being so heavily influenced by this person, because it's, again, I feel like your spirit guides are like, you're better than this. You're so much better than this. And they're like, even if you don't want, and even this casket was in reverse. So maybe this is like a situation that you like had an ending, but then it got revived, like, or maybe like multiple times. It's like something like that's like on and off or something like that, or something that you felt maybe you should end it, but you just can't. Dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. Like you go like through really like ups and downs. And I'm sorry, this is the last personal story, and please feel free to fast forward, but I remember one time, like when I was 16, I found out that my boyfriend cheated on me for like the third time this was. And I was just like, oh my God, like, um, I think I talked about having another reading I did earlier, like in the week, where I was like, he cheated on me and then like he broke up with me, like whatever. I think this was like either after that or before it. I don't remember. A different person though that he cheated on me with. And I remember I found out about it and I was like sitting in my room and I was listening to like Usher Burn. It came out, it was 2004. And I was listening to that song. I was on the radio and I remember I started crying because I was just like resonating with that song. Like, you're not like, I don't think you're gonna change, like that part. And I'm just like, he's not changing. Like, he doesn't care. He's always cheating on me with somebody else. And I'm like, I have to end this. Like, this is over. Like, it's just, it has to be. Like, I can't be treated this way. I was crying so much. I felt so, like, my heart was broken. I was like crying. I was feeling so much pain. And then, like, a thought popped in my head that was like, you know what? I don't have to end this. Like, I don't have to, he doesn't know that I just decided to break up with him. Like, I never like called him or anything. Like, I was like, I could just pretend like I never thought that. And immediately my tears dried right up. I was like, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Like, and blah, blah, blah. Like, and that was the end of that. Like, and then thus began a pattern in my life. Oh my God. I'm telling you, just if it could be something like that though, where the pain, you thought about it, but the pain overwhelmed you. And then you decided like, no, like I can't. I'm really getting a vibe like that. Oh God. All right. What else? We have inkpot, problems to be resolved. It's like there, maybe this problem could be resolved, but you're never going to know if you don't speak up. All right, these three, and then that's it. Carrot, opportunity, or windfall. I feel like, oh, look at this. Ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business, and dealings or relationship with an older man. So either something's going to happen where you're going to meet somebody else. Like either way, this problem's going to get resolved to have like a happy ending. I'm going to get you advice too, and then we're going to close this reading. But sorry, I just got out of work and I'm like manic. But, anyway, I feel like whether this person grows up as a result of you like laying down the law, like listen to that song Fighter, get in that mode of like one day you're going to thank this person for like giving you the strength to like, you know, stand up for yourself again, you know, because you don't want to create a pattern for all your future relationships, or even like if you do stay in this relationship like down the road, like you don't want, you know, this to be the dynamic between you guys. You better to find out now, you know, like the sooner the better. But I also feel like this could be like this person maybe understanding, like I said, maybe this is just a dynamic that you've like kind of both contributed to, like, you know, you reacting out of fear, you've been conditioned, and maybe like you like laying down the law will provide an opportunity for this person to grow up and become a little bit more mature here. And you know, maybe you guys could end up like really taking it all the way here. But you know, I feel like right now you're being a little bit too, you need to be in a Queen of Swords energy. You're like with this person's Five of Swords behavior, like acting like the Queen of Swords, like I understand. And I think you really do like care about this person, and even if it's a friend or whoever it is, but at the same time, like they can't be treating you like that, you know? And you should at least feel comfortable enough, if it's that good of a relationship, to be able to speak how you feel, you know? And if you can't, think about maybe why that is. That would be what your spirit guides will want you to know. All right, stretch those muscles to release stuck energy. That was in reverse, so I don't know, maybe just stretching, exercising, something like that. I don't know, maybe there's some blockages in your, I mean, am I seeing any? I think your throat chakra is blocked. I think we need to do some throat chakra work. You're not using your voice. You're not speaking your truth. Look into throat chakra stuff, I would say. Sometimes success is scarier than failure because it brings actual change to our lives. I feel like this is exactly the vibe. Like, I'm afraid to say anything because like, what if they agree with me or something? Like, no, I don't. Like, what if you're like, oh, I feel like you don't care about me because, you know, you seem blah, 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 like whatever you're saying here. And they're like, you know what, you're right. I feel like things like we've grown apart and da, 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 and, you know, blah, blah. Like, you're like afraid to like know the answer, I would say, of like how this person really feels. So you're happy to sort of like go along to get along. Feelings are so important. Make feeling good your number one priority and watch your life change. Like, you need to like get in a vibe of like, I'm fine no matter what happens here. Like, even if I cry and feel pain, like that'll be temporary and then I'll be fine. Keep the promises you make to yourself. It's the best way to cultivate trust. So I feel like, oh, keep the promises you make to yourself, and like remember who you are, and like, you know, be good to yourself in that way. Yeah, be a savage self-lover, and anyone that don't like it can fuck off. Get in that energy of like, no, like I got to take care of me. Like I got to like do what's best for me. Make sure to love what you perceive as unlovable about yourself a little extra. There, I feel like there's some insecurities. Like, remember, we're talking about a lack mentality here. So I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm like stuttering and all manic. I feel like this reading is going to be like, woo. But maybe there's something about you that you feel like makes you like inherently like unlovable or something like that. And I think Spirit's coming through to be like, no, that's not true. Like, probably the flaws are always like the best part. You know what I mean? Like, they're the most interesting part at least. So you gotta love them too. Remember, you can always be kind. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big fight. You can try to, you know, speak the way you feel. In a nice way, in a kind way. Maybe you catch more flies with honey. Put on a little lipstick, you'll be fine. Regardless of how filthy your past is, your future is still spotless. And relaxation will allow openness and surrender. Chill, bitch. I feel like you're worried about this a lot. Replace why is this happening with what is this trying to tell me. I feel like there could be a lot of situations where whatever this person is doing is, it's getting like thrown in your face by Spirit like multiple times, and you're like, oh my God, like why is this happening? And I feel like Spirit's like, think about why this is happening and what your reaction is when this happens. Until it changes, it's going to continue to happen. Like, you're not going to fool us, honey. Like, we know what we're doing. Like, so I feel like Spirit really wants you to like realize that. Okay, so all right, guys, we're gonna leave it there. Sorry about that. I just felt like it was a very tough love kind of a message, but remember, you're better than this. All right, I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.